Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Crypto, Coffee and LoFi. I didn't really have much of a read on the market yesterday, so I thought I would sit out. No point creating a video for you all if I have no idea where the market is heading or if I have no trade ideas at all. So looking at Bitcoin, Litecoin and Ethereum here. Alright, so I'm currently in a short position. I said in the previous episode that we needed to in the previous episode we had already taken out this high, and I said that we were going to come down, run the liquidity on these lows, and then hopefully we would see a long setup play out here. Unfortunately, what we're seeing on the move down here is distribution. So distribution being double confirmations to the downside. So here we have a sweep of a high, breaking below the low, that swept the high, and then forming the same pattern again here. So this is distribution, or this is how I view distribution anyway. If you're new here, go check out the tutorials and the previous episodes. We're just using the same pattern. That's all we're doing. Okay, so we swept out this key high, moving below all of these lows, grabbing the liquidity. What we need to see now is accumulation, and we need to start invalidating these bearish broken bases. So what would that look like? So this is the short setup that I'm in at the moment. We have a sweep of a high into this broken base here, being the key low that was responsible for taking out this high. And then we form the same level again, so we have equal highs all through here. Here's the low that was responsible for taking the high. So if we are going to continue up, and we are in fact going to use these levels as support. So, here's a low. The high is responsible for taking the low. So if we are going to use these levels of support, we need to start invalidating the bearish broken bases. So once we move above this high, then that means that this bearish broken base will be invalidated. Then once we do see that, if we return into this range and then reaccumulate and form bullish broken bases, then we can assume that this level is going to be used as support. And if this level is going to be used as support, then we can look a little bit higher, okay, at this daily level that I've been pointing out for a while. So here we have a sweep of a key high. Here is the key low that was responsible for taking the high. We broke below here. So this would be an obvious upside objective. I've said this a few times now, but I think we're going to continue to range. I don't think that a bottom is in yet. Go back 2 episodes if you're looking for my higher time frame view. But for now, what I think the most likely scenario is going into London. I think we retest this level. And form another broken base here, something like this. If we do get something like this, I might compound into my short. However, if we break up above here, I'm out of my short and I might look for longs. All right, easy. Now ETH. Broke below these equal lows yesterday. Broke below these equal lows today. Again, still looking for the rest of this leg to be taken out. Looking at these bullish levels to be tested. If we can reach down into these levels and reaccumulate, then we should be good for a move up. Let's say that these levels are going to be holding as support. We would need to start forming bullish broken bases to the upside. So we swept below all these equal lows. What we would need to see from here, if we are going to get a bullish move, would be something like this. A move up, breaking and holding above this level. This wouldn't be enough for me to enter on its own, but if we can revisit this range here, form another bullish broken base, then I should be good to enter. Okay, targeting this high and then higher up in this range here. But just like Bitcoin, I think the more likely scenario is returning into this range, forming another confirmation on London Open, taking out these lows, and then once we do visit these levels, hopefully we can see some reaccumulation. If we don't though, we have equal lows here. So just keeping that in mind. Litecoin. So breaking out of this channel here, the reason I have these marked is because what I like to see, if we are going to see a false trendline break, I like to see a sweep into a bullish level as we break out of the trend line, followed by reaccumulation. But unfortunately, we didn't get that. We've just broken out, and rather than reaccumulating, we've started to just redistribute. So just like ETH and Bitcoin, I think we revisit this range, redistribute, and fall off again. However, if we do break above this high, that's responsible for taking this low and then reaccumulate. So something like this, then we should be good for a move up. Here's a high. Here's the lows responsible for taking the high. We haven't tested the ray candle yet, so the orders have not been fully mitigated. So this would be an obvious target if we get that lower time frame trigger here. And just fill. FIL. I'm in a short at the moment. This is posted in the group. If you want to see my live trades and see how I execute this process in a live environment, click the link in the description below, pick up a copy of the strategy, get access to a Discord there. So here, simple process, just like I've just explained to you on Bitcoin, ETH, and Litecoin. All we're doing is looking for a sweep, followed by a break-in structure, and then once we return to that break-in structure, can we continue to form the same pattern again? Now, this is one part of the strategy. You also need to be able to come up with a little bit more context and be able to find targets and things like that. But here is the entry. As you can see, we come back, we test it. Now just looking to target the same thing. So here we have a low. The high is responsible for taking the low, and then we form a double confirmation here. This being the most obvious objective for price. Remember to always assume that price is going to, rather than fully reverse, that it's just going to test the previous origin. Okay, so here you have the previous leg. Here is the previous origin. Rather than assuming price is going to come out and take this low, okay, assume that price is just going to test the origin and then continue up. Okay, and if you do this, you'll find that your targets are a lot more likely to get hit rather than your targets being front ran and then comes all the way back, stops you out, or takes you out of break even. No worries. So just to recap, looking for shorts, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and ETH. If we do see this pattern, then we can look to compound. If we break above this high and then reaccumulate once we revisit the range, then we should be good to move up. No worries. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. If you're interested in the way I trade, pick up a copy of the strategy in the link below. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye.